And now let's get to CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi with reaction from the White House about all this. Olivia, what is the president saying?
Well, he's been on Truth Social a lot, reacting to this very mixed bag of results that he got from the Supreme Court today. So let's tick through some of these Truth Socials. He did just post about the Cook case. That was whether or not he could fire Lisa Cook from the Federal Reserve Board of Governors. He wrote, the Cook lawsuit having to do with her suitability in sitting on the board of the Federal Reserve was sent back by the Supreme Court on a strictly procedural basis. We will take appropriate action immediately to make sure that someone who has committed wrongdoing will not be making vital decisions concerning the welfare of the United States of America. So it does seem that even though the Supreme Court said the president does not have the ability to fire Lisa Cook, at least with the latest action in how he did it, which is a post on Truth Social without a due process or a hearing, it does seem as though this White House is going to keep pursuing her removal from the Federal Reserve Board of Governors if that Truth Social is any indication. Right. Separately, on the Slaughter case, the president was celebrating the fact that he now has a bit of an expansion of his presidential powers. He wrote, to show the importance of the Slaughter case, 90 years of precedent has been completely and unequivocally overruled, greatly increasing presidential power at a time when it is most needed. Notably, some Democrats are looking at that Truth Social with concern, given that last sentence there, increasing presidential power, especially at a time when Congress has been working to kind of claw back some of these executive actions that the president has expanded. One action that the president would like Congress to take, and one that he is now very vocally talking about after that Supreme Court ruling on mail-in ballots, is the Save America Act. The president has been pushing that for the last several weeks, even not signing bipartisan legislation to make sure that gets passed. He did just write on Truth Social, in light of the tremendous loss in the Supreme Court today concerning voters' rights and the fact that people's votes are allowed to be counted long after an election is over, it is important to pass the Save America Act. He then goes on to say, the key tenets of the bill are voters must show voter ID, all voters must show proof of citizenship, and no mail-in ballots. He goes on to call out some of those Republican senators who have refused to give the president the votes needed to pass this in the Senate. A few of them are retiring, such as Tom Tillis, Mitch McConnell, Susan Collins, and even Bill Cassidy, who spoke with our Margaret Brennan this weekend and told her there's just not enough votes in the Senate to pass the Save America Act. The president was pushing to get that done before the midterms. That legislation is being held up right now, but the Supreme Court ruling today certainly was a win for folks who want to keep mail-in ballots, at least in their current state, ongoing. So president giving his mixed results here today, but of course tomorrow is the big day when we start to see the answers on birthright citizenship and transgender girls in women's sports. So this White House is watching tomorrow very closely.
Yeah, we'll wait as well and see what comes there. Olivia Rinaldi in Washington for us today. Thank you so much.